Colleen, I thought one of the sleeper issues in the State of the Union that didn't get as much attention as it deserves was the President's declaration, really, that I'm going to make a big push to improve preschool education, preschool programs in this country so that everybody gets a head start. And that's a big commitment if you're going to do that, right?
Right. This is a big proposal. You could argue it has a big price tag also, but it's an issue.
As yet to be determined, I guess.
Right. They've not given us the official price tag on this.
A lot of words, no numbers yet.
Right. But his commitment is that every 4-year-old in the country should have access to high-quality preschool, and he's singling out states like Oklahoma and Georgia that have already done some of this, that have done universal pre-K, and just happen to have Republican governors to say this shouldn't be a partisan issue. This is something that everyone should be in favor of. But already Republicans on Capitol Hill are pushing back. John Boehner quickly said, you know, I think getting the federal government more involved in preschool is a good way to muck it up. And so we'll see how much it costs. That's the outstanding question. And a group, Center for American Progress, that put out a similar proposal a week ahead of time, they said that this would cost somewhere in the range of $10 to $12 billion additionally per year. So,
but isn't the idea here the states will pick up some of that money? I mean, at least that's the vague idea.
As the administration officials have explained it, there would be some kind of incentive. I don't know, they want to create another Medicaid thing where for every dollar the feds put in, the states put in. You know, the Republicans are making noises about this because, let's face it, if Barack Obama proposes it, their first reaction is it must be a bad idea. But in fact, some of the things that the president talks about, like the minimum wage, are really the subject of pretty heated debate among experts. Does it help lower wage workers, or does it destroy jobs? On this one, though, the academic evidence, and there's been a lot of business interest in this, Republican governors say that if you're going to invest money in education, the payoff for doing it in pre-K is enormous. And there have been people working on this for years. The Minneapolis Federal Reserve Bank has made this a project and stuff. I think one of the challenges is, though, that this research always says, if you do it this way, and if it's high quality, then you get this return. But then when Washington says we're going to do it in every community in the country, pretty soon you discover that not everybody does it high quality. It may be a waste of money. And so,
but is that where the partisan divide is? I mean, does everybody agree on the basic underlying idea here that if you do pre-K well, you're actually getting a big bang for your buck?
There's a lot of criticism of the Head Start program that began in the 60s, because a lot of that is really not much more than custodial. I mean, I haven't spoken to 50 Republican members of Congress, so there may be some opposition, but among the academic types who study education, and who, including Jim Heckman, who's a conservative Nobel Prize winner who's at the University of Chicago, his attitude is, I've been on panels with him, the federal government basically shouldn't spend money on anything except pre-K.
Yeah.
So I think there is pretty much a consensus that done right, this can have a big payoff.